As a part of this series, we'll be going over the basics of the First Amendment, what each part means, what you need to know about it, what it protects, and what it doesn't. But first, let's start with what amendments are. Think of amendments like changes to the original U.S. Constitution. The dictionary definition of amendment looks like this: the process of altering or amending a law or document, such as a constitution, by parliamentary or constitutional procedure. So basically, an amendment is a correction or a change. When we talk about amendments in this series, we'll be talking about changes to that original U.S. Constitution. These changes make up a series of guarantees. Basically, they're things that the U.S. government says that they'll never change. The first 10 changes are also called the Bill of Rights. The amendment we'll spend most of our time on in this series is the First Amendment. Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, or prohibiting the free exercise thereof, or abridging the freedom of speech, or of the press, or of the right of the people to peaceably assemble, and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. We'll be looking at two parts of the First Amendment, the freedom of speech and freedom of the press. But for now, let's just go back to the freedom of speech. One of the most important things about being guaranteed the freedom of speech, it doesn't mean that we can say whatever we want without consequences. We still have to follow some pretty basic rules. Speech generally falls under two broad categories: protected speech and unprotected speech. Protected speech means it's protected from government censorship and government regulation. Unprotected speech has a few categories. These are things you can say, but be prepared to face the consequences. And those categories are obscenity, fighting words, fraudulent misrepresentation, advocacy of imminent lawless behavior, defamation, and threats. We'll get into those categories in another video, but for now, just know what they are. So keep an eye out for the next video in this series. We have a lot to cover, and I think you can learn a lot from them, so I'll see you next time.